On draft day, the team with the most draft capital is typically the one with the best chance to drastically improve their respective roster for the upcoming season. That's where things get tricky for the Seattle Seahawks. While not many expected Seattle to make the playoffs in 2018 during a rebuild year, as some would say, they did just that and now must find a way to keep pace with fellow divisional foe and NFC champion, the Los Angeles Rams. We all know GM John Schneider's penchant for trading down in the draft, but it's all the more relevant this year, as the Seahawks enter with just 4 selections as a result of several trades over the past couple seasons. With no picks in the 2nd, 5th, or 6th rounds, Seattle will need to get creative in order to retool its roster heading into next season. Schneider has already admitted that he doesn't expect the Seahawks to walk away from the draft having only selected 4 times, but that doesn't make these mock drafts any less difficult. There are still a number of needs across the board, and with the potential free agent departures of Earl Thomas, all but a foregone conclusion, J.R. Sweezy, DJ Fluker, and Justin Coleman, their needs could be even further accelerated. For the purposes of this mock, we'll take a look at prospects the team may target and the general range they may be selected. There are plenty of prospects I believe the team likes, and will explore the trades down the board necessary to land more picks, but here's how the board could shake out with just their current 4 selections. After focusing on rebuilding the running game in 2018, the Seahawks could turn their attention to the passing game. They have already been linked to a number of wide receivers during the draft process, but one player who could be an excellent fit is Stanford's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. Arcega-Whiteside has a fascinating backstory, something the Seahawks often love in their draft prospects, as the son of 2 former professional basketball players, and also happened to be a pretty good high school basketball player himself. After redshirting during his first year at Stanford in 2015, Arcega-Whiteside slowly turned himself into the Cardinals' go-to wideout, especially in the red zone. Arcega-Whiteside, 6'2", 225 pounds, is at his best in the red zone and uses his basketball background to box out opposing defensive backs with ease. He displays an innate ability to high-point the football, even with opposing defenders draped all over him. While he doesn't have blazing deep speed, he's a better athlete than people give him credit for, particularly at his size. The Seahawks failed to find a true red zone target last season following the departure of Jimmy Graham, which they briefly attempted to mitigate with the signing of Brandon Marshall. With Tyler Lockett coming off his best season as a pro and Doug Baldwin returning from off-season surgery, adding Arcega-Whiteside would add some more potency to the Seattle passing attack. Page 2. Use your arrows to browse West Lafayette, Indiana. November 3. Iowa Hawkeyes defensive end Anthony Nelson, 98, lines up before the snap during the college football game between the Purdue Boilermakers and Iowa Hawkeyes on November 3, 2018, at Ross-Ade Stadium in West Lafayette, Indiana. Photo by Zach Bollinger, Icon SportsWire. Via Getty Images, Frank Clark may have been franchise tagged with hope for a potential long-term deal, but that doesn't mean the Seahawks won't look to add to their pass rush in the 2019 NFL Draft. Iowa's Anthony Nelson is a massive edge prospect, 6'7", 271 pounds, who could step in and pose as an immediate pass rushing threat as a rookie in the Seahawks' defensive front. Nelson uses his length and a surprising amount of quickness, 6.953 cone, to evade opposing linemen, helping him to 6.0 sacks in each of the past 3 seasons for the Hawkeyes. Nelson's motor consistently runs hot, and while he doesn't have as stocked of a pass rush repertoire as someone like Brian Burns, who I also believe is very high on Seattle's wish list, he has plenty of tools to create pressure at the next level. Based on Seattle's desire to accumulate more picks and trade down, it seems unlikely that they will be able to take one of the premier edge rushers, which means the 3rd and 4th rounds could be where they target one instead. Along with Old Dominion's O'Shane X-Mines and Alabama's Christian Miller, Nelson is just the type of player the Seahawks would love to pair with an already blossoming roster of high-ceiling pass rush talent. Use your arrows to browse.